Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. Don't forget to subscribe. I love making pasta and I love eating pasta. I'm excited to share my pasta recipe with you guys. So all we need is our cucumber, our carrot, our corned beef, our sausage, onions, eggs, green bell pepper, oil, sardine, cayenne pepper. We need salt, seasoning salt, and of course our pasta. So now all we need to do is just slice up our vegetables and we are good to go. We're just going to light up our stove and we allow our water to heat. Just add a bit of salt and oil, of course. If you do not want your spaghetti to start sticking together, you need a little bit of oil to cook that. So after boiling, you just gently add your spaghetti to your hot boiling water. Then you allow to cook. When it's neatly and gently cooked, you just stir it together. Then you can just strain your water and freshen it up with a bit of chilled water. Then you are good to go. Now we can start doing our frying, my favorite part. So we just light up our stove again. This around we need a bigger frying pan because we want all our ingredients to be gently mixed in there very well. We're just going to add our onions to it. You love that sound, I do too. You allow our onion to fry a bit. Then we can gently add our carrots. Then later add in our cucumber. Of course, we add the 12 ingredients first. The onion is just to flavor our oil. So I just add a bit of onion to just give our oil that nice flavor. Then we add our carrots, we add our sliced sausages and also to help it fry a little bit before continuing with our remaining ingredients. I'm just going to add our sausage to it to allow the sausage fry together with the carrot to make it well cooked. We don't want any undercooked sausages in our spaghetti or stir fried pasta. You're going to just gently stir that together and make sure we get our sausage frying. Yes, they have to be fried a little bit. When you're done, you're just going to add in our cucumber. Then we gently mix that together as well. We stir fry them. Then after we are done stir frying this ingredient, we are now going to add in our normal tender ingredients. The carrots, the cucumber are a bit tougher than the rest, so we need to stir fry them first. Then when you're done, we add our remaining ingredients. We add our bell pepper to it. Then we create a space, we create a wall in the center, add in our eggs and a little bit of seasoning salt and salt. Then we gently mix that up to allow it cook very well. Then we start mixing that up. We mix it up and cover it a bit to simmer. You don't want your undercooked eggs in your spaghetti, so you just make sure you cover that up and let it simmer for about 2 or 1 minute. It depends on how soft you want your vegetables in your spaghetti. You open it up and give it a gentle stir. Then you can start adding in your onions. We reserved some onions for the later part because we wouldn't want our onions to be overcooked in our stir-fried pasta. I really love my onions crunchy and I would like to fill the onions whenever I'm eating my pasta. Yes, I love to bite some crunchy onions whenever I'm eating my pasta. So I'm just going to gently mix everything up together in our stir-fried pasta in our frying pan. Then we can gently add our spaghetti to it. Yes, so you see the spaghetti has been well cooked and they are not together, they are separate because of the oil we added. So here I'm going to add our sardine oil to it to also help loosen it up completely. Then you can easily mix. So you're going to need 2 different wooden spoons. We need a wooden fork and a wooden spatula as well. Then we can gently mix up everything together. We're just going to mix the vegetables with our spaghetti. Then when we are done, we add our oyster sauce. I love working with oyster sauce. Sometimes soy sauce, but I love oyster sauce a lot. We're just going to mix in our oyster sauce together. Then we just make sure it has been well mixed and every part of our spaghetti has the oyster sauce mixed in there. We can add the remaining ingredients, of course, our cayenne pepper. Then we can mix that up a bit before adding our sardine, our salt and seasoning salt. We're just going to gently mix our cayenne pepper with our stir-fried pasta. Yes. You have to consistently mix your pasta together. You have to make sure you are mixing. Yeah, doing a continuous mixing or scraping because you don't want your pasta to be sticking to your pan. No, I don't want to end up having my pan taking half of my pasta. So we are going to add our sardine, then we add our seasoning salt, and we add our salt and do our final mixing. Then we add our canned beef as well. We need all those, we need to save those goodies for the later part. So we're just going to add them, add our seasoning salt and salt, then we mix them together. Then our stir-fried pasta is ready to be consumed. I hope you try out this recipe and give me your feedback. I'm Michael of M.O.D's Kitchen Services. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share with your friends to learn more from your own chef. Thanks once again for joining this chapter.